Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Masks and Muses, our Dragon Age game here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. It's the season finale, everybody. But I'm the Game Master Aloysius, and I'm here with all of my lovely players this evening, who I will have introduce themselves in a clockwise fashion, starting with Tiara. Or maybe not.
You pointed the wrong direction.
I was like, yeah, okay, got it. And you said my name. Okay. Hello. My name is T, and I am playing Ade Montbelliard. She is a lovely apostate who works for a ducal family who's actually her family. She's a bastard. Anyways, that's me, and I'll pass it on to the next person. I wasn't prepared.
Is it me, Jesus?
Yes, it's you, Jesus.
Hi, my name is Vivi. I play the wonderful and loving Elsia, who has kind of been going through a little bit of a. It's been a not fun day for our friend here, but she's here to bring vibes now that she's done, crying every drop of water in her body through her eyes, or snotting it out through her nose. We're on the up and up of this, horrible friendship breakup. I mean, a girl's got to have one. I mean, she's in that developmental point of her life. She's gaining freedom. She's becoming more politically aware, romantic, rebellious. You have to have that one really intense friendship that you made somewhere when you're in a really bad spot that breaks apart horrendously. So this is honestly just a moment of perfect character growth for her, because this is exactly what I envisioned she would have gone if she went through high school. And yeah, so AOC, our goal is living the life. Major issue right now is coping and figuring out if she's going to live in Antiva or the woods.
Decisions.
Hello, I am Diver, and I am here to provide character growth for the other characters, not my own. And so you know him, you love him, you hate him. I play Aiden Kincaid, who may or may not. Thank you.
The disrespect.
Yeah, that's honestly, at this point, he's totally done the heel turn, and I'm here for all the booze and all the rotten fruit and everything else. So, anyways, yes, we will see how Aiden fares at the soiree tonight, the masked ball. And we will either see him succeed in a fantastic fashion or perhaps meet his demise. And who might, what might happen after that is anybody's guess. I leave it to you, the fans, and your fan theories and fiction. So, and pass it to my companion here.
Howdy, my name's Tom. Both are on the internet, and I am playing Buccio Viari. The perpetual, I was going to say shoulder to cry on, but he's shorter than everybody. So
yeah. It's okay. They just crouch down for it. It's fine.
Exactly. They crouch down for the hugs. Can't really say what he's going to do tonight. It all kind of just depends on how things fall. So we'll see.
All right. Well, last we left off. We left the group dealing with the aftermath and consequences of Aiden's own actions. Aiden got expelled, first and foremost. Got to get that out of the way. Then he was arrested, but then promptly released by a mystery benefactor who he owes a favor. And it's kind of hard for him to fulfill that favor if he's locked up in jail.
He's got plot armor for days. Yeah.
Buccio had gone and found Jean-Luc and convinced him he needs to skip town. He needs to get out of here. It's not safe for him. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Things are gonna happen. And, I'm leaving too. Why not just come with me? It's, seems like a win-win.
Yeah.
I don't have anything nefarious planned at all. It's totally fine.
Exactly. It's just helping somebody out.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. He's a good guy like that.
Yes, he really is. There's no ulterior motives.
Yeah. Aosia had a nice heart-to-heart girl talk with Ade. They're having a lot of those this season. I love that for them. But this time around, it was Ade helping Aosia through her problems, and in this particular case, trusting a shitty dude who treated her poorly. But she got sent off to hang out with the coolest 12 to 15-year-old in Valroyo, Ade's cousin Manon, who, has given her some really solid advice in the past and is really wise beyond her years. So, it might do her some good to spend time with her. And Ade went to go speak with Lord Augustine Vargas, a member of the Antivan Crows, and discussed maybe potentially signing a contract with them to ensure Aosia's departure from the White Spire when the time comes for that. Those are sort of the big beats that happened last time. But this time, the party arguably more fractured than ever. But time waits for nobody, and Aiden has a party to be getting to this night.
He does, and as ever, and as you've come to expect and know from him, he always has a plan. And so before he hits the party...
Yes, please tell me, what prep work do you do beforehand?
Absolutely. It would not be Aiden Kincaid if he didn't do his homework and his prep work. So, yeah, he is going to hit the Summer Bazaar.
All right.
Now, Aiden is well known there because Aiden is well known everywhere. But... We're
For
going
better or worse.
Exactly, right, exactly. And so he's already worked with, and this may have escaped some of our less fanatical viewers, but I know those of you in the audience that are keeping track of every single detail know that Aiden Kincaid has actually enlisted and bought certain wares from the merchants in the Summer Bazaar from time to time. And one of these was, for example, the special perfume that Aosia currently is wearing, called Abduction. And so that was a small detail you might have missed earlier on in the season. But this time, he is, I know, right? This is why I've got to catch people up. So anyways, this time, he is there looking at hand cream. He is looking at lotion. And oils. Yeah,
okay,
exactly. Because, and once again, they know him there. The Orlesian merchants, they know him and respect his dollars or coins or whatever the hell currency they use. And so he has purchased some expensive Orlesian hand cream and oils from just scented oils and things like that. These are actually more common than you might think, so they aren't even like unheard of. This is a routine thing, especially for the wealthy upper classes, everything like that. So he's acquired some vials of this stuff. When in fact, among those vials and among those special bottles is like there's some that are just really great and everything like that, but one is labeled just like the others, but is actually something different. It is something a little different. It's a weak or just slightly kind of like a light variation on the very commonly known crow poison, or the poison that crows use, which for those of you who are Dragon Age fanatics, you know that causes paralysis or stunning in most people in the game. This doesn't, as well as damage and things like that. All this does is cause a little numbness when applied for a few seconds. It's nothing major. Now, I'm just going to go ahead as a player and assume that our game master here, who is most kind and generous, is going to allow Aiden to purchase this vial. So there you go. I'm sure that, for plot purposes, he's going to totally say, you know what, Diver, just go ahead and whatever you want. So anyways, that along with, some fancy, but not too stylish. He doesn't want to show up the other nobles or anything like that. For once, Aiden wants to blend in rather than stand out. So he is going to be stylish enough to look like he belongs there, along with the mask that Butterfingers got him. But he's also going to not stand out like a sore thumb in order to ply his trade at the party tonight. And that, my friends, is the preparation that Aiden Kincaid has engaged in prior to this soiree.
All right. Now, have you decided that you are indeed doing this as a solo act? Or
as far as he knows,
or are you going to try and rope anybody into it?
No, I think at this point, Aiden might very well realize that he is persona non grata among his own party, and for reasons that, on some theoretical, hypothetical level, he understands, but like, he doesn't understand on an internal human level, because that level might be missing. So he gets that like tears are being shed and hearts were broken and things like that. He grasps that in an abstract sense, but like not in a wow, you're a terrible person type of sense, because he obviously is not. He looks at himself in the mirror every morning and thinks that he is the one person that directs the course of Thetis' destiny. So that is, that's how he thinks of himself. And so,
oh boy,
naturally Thetis' fate is in his hands now, and he needs to get this done for Marjolaine. So that's what he's going to do, even if he has to stand alone, even if he has to do this alone. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, I guess before we get into all that, because I'm sure it'll be a time, I guess, what is everybody else doing? Aosia, I know you got sent to the Montbelliard home and was kind of just having a girls' night with Manon, to my knowledge.
Yeah, that was pretty much like what I had thought of, like few walks throughout the garden with Manon, just like chatting up with her, eating like fun little delicate snacks, and like having just a sort of like, just she's like, oh, let me like, do your hair, Manon, and you can do my hair, and like I can teach you all these fun little makeup secrets that I learned and all this stuff, and like just having like it's like older girl cousin with like a younger girl cousin moment.
Okay. I love that for her.
I had nothing planned beyond that, so
fair enough. Okay. Buccio, you had expressed to Jean-Luc that he needed to leave as soon as possible.
Correct.
Which was basically like immediately.
Yeah.
And you essentially told him like where he should leave out of and where to go. Would you be there waiting for him?
No.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to really be Jean-Luc's decision, and it would be a little heavy-handed if I was standing there, waiting to show him the way out of town. So,
just gonna let him go on his way.
Yeah, and hope there's no bounty hunters outside the city. So, oh wait, did I let that slip? Sorry.
Okay. All right. And
I mean, I can change my mind, I suppose, and just check up on him. But
I suppose you could.
No, I think that would be a little heavy-handed. I think he's going to make the right decision on his own. So.
I see. Okay. Well, Ade, you were contemplating a contract with the Crows. I guess, where does she currently stand on that? / what actions is she taking to make it potentially come to pass?
So she already understands that there's no way that she will get the entirety of what would be needed on her own. So most likely she'll have to at least borrow some, if not quite a bit of what was asked for, from her uncle, if she can make a good argument about it, maybe, or just appeal to his humanity. I don't know. She's also kind of trying to line up priorities. She needs to find Aiden. That's just like a little chaotic thing, like element that could do anything at an extreme level within the next 24 hours. So
Okay.
she's kind
fair
of
enough.
like, just being like, I'll find him eventually. Bad idea. Probably is higher on the list of things to take
fair
care
enough.
of.
Because he did seemingly suddenly just get released from prison.
Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck is up with that? The justice system here sucks.
It's all about who you know.
So there is that. And then it's also realizing that she's gonna need to try and discuss with everyone potential ways to get our hands on Aosia's phylactery if we go through with this. And then also, she was like, fuck, I forgot to go and talk to the person in the tower. Because I got so worried.
Yes.
And then I got so pissed.
Yes, you did indeed not do the thing that you initially intended to do when you were there.
So she's like kind of muttering to herself outside of the, this, I don't know, whatever this lodging place for nobles is. This inn, I don't know. But she's just kind of muttering to herself some things and kind of staring down at the ground really, really hard, like she's trying to light it on fire with her eyes.
All right.
And then she's like, oh shit. And she looks at Izan, she's like, we didn't talk to the person at the tower.
I was going to say something, but it seemed there was more pressing things at the time, and I just thought it could wait.
I'm sorry. No, this is also important. This is also important because there's a timeline, right? But I need to find Aiden first. I don't think that if I put off doing that, that it won't come back to bite me. There, you know what I mean? You met him briefly.
Yes, he
if I
leaves
leave
an
that-
impression.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to develop in even just a few more hours. He is a lot of things, but he's also very fast at making certain things happen.
All right. Well, if we're going to find him, then you know him best. Where would be the best place to potentially start looking?
Okay. She's like, okay, if I was someone who just thought that all roads led back to myself, what would I be doing? I don't believe that Aiden is the type to be cowed enough to go into hiding. Not for long, anyways. Also, GM,
Yes.
remind me, were we told that Aiden was released from jail, or Aiden somehow got out of jail?
All you know is that
Because wasn't a strange figure,
yes,
didn't Buccio mention?
yes, all you know is that Buccio saw a cloaked figure enter the prison, the cloaked figure exited the prison, and then a few minutes later, Aiden exited the prison.
Okay. Yeah. Just based off of what Buccio said, I can't find myself believing that his release was legal by any means. And in fact, even if he could legally get out, I think that he would go the illegal way first as a default before utilizing a legal way to go about doing that anyways. So I do think that he's probably trying to avoid being put back in jail. So he won't be out and about on the streets, or is he? She's going back and forth because she's like, how audacious is Aiden? And the answer is every time she puts a limiter on that, he passes it.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
I think the best thing to do would be to try and make use of his little fanatical fan base at the university to get some information. Because I do think he's crazy enough to try and go back and speak with them. We don't know that Aiden's been expelled, correct? Or is it this is probably like a good guess that he.
I would say you don't definitively know that he was expelled, but also it's
Sure.
not a huge leap to assume that he has been.
Okay.
With what you know happened.
Okay. Is there any? I wonder if there's any way to. Oh, no, that would be a bad idea. I was gonna say magic. Can I do magic about this? I don't think I have anything that would assist me magically in finding him. So I think let's maybe head towards the university. I want to see if I can find one of his little group scurrying about.
Okay. So you head on over to the university. I would say either make me a perception roll if you're like actively searching for someone, or a communications roll if you're like talking to people to figure out like where they might be.
Okay. So, let's see. Wait, sorry, you said communication, or what was the other one?
I would say communication or perception, depending on how you're going about trying to find this person.
I'll roll with communication. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we get. 11 plus 3, so that is 14.
Okay, 14. So you like get to the university. Naturally, since Izan's with you, there are a lot of people oohing and eyeing. But you sort of like ask around, and eventually someone points you in the direction of Jeanette, one of the remaining members of Aiden's cohort, and said that she was in a rush to get to the docks.
She's just saying she's in a rush to get to the docks? Okay.
Yeah.
Is this after I've already said I'm looking for Aiden? Or before? Or she's like, I don't have time to talk to you, I have to get to the docks.
No. This is someone pointing you. This is like someone unrelated pointing you to be like, I don't know where Aiden is, but she seemed pretty close with him, and she was in a hurry to get to the docks for whatever reason.
Okay, so she's not here. I just know that she's headed that way.
Yes, you just know she's heading that way.
Okay. Sure. Can I... Is it possible to write a letter and send a pigeon right now?
Sure, why not?
Just whistle and a pigeon. It's like delivery. Just a pigeon shows up and is like, there to take your letter for you. I'm just trying to send something to Buccio.
Okay.
Just telling Buccio.
A homeless guy with no address? Good luck you can find him.
He looks like this. Do you understand, Fred? He looks like this.
Okay.
Well, Buccio did mention... What did you mention you were doing before we all split up?
Probably looking for a place to stay. I mean, he's been like kind of couch surfing like every night, like, trying to find it. He really didn't say what he was gonna do. So.
Oh, I thought you... Okay, I thought he had said like, oh, while you do that, I'm gonna go do something over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is talk to Jean-Luc, and then after that, I think he was going to go back and see Aosia. So,
okay, so then you would have headed back towards the Montbéliard estate then.
Sure. Yeah.
Since that's currently where Aosia would be.
Yeah.
If you think that he would have mentioned that, like after he was done with what he was doing, he would go and speak with Aosia, she'll send it to the estate.
Okay.
And just like with an update for the two of them that heading to the docks have a lead on our friend. If she puts quotation marks around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she'll just send that, and she will make her way towards the docks then.
All right. So you head off to the docks, and it's sort of like hustling and bustling, and there's people moving cargo onto various ships. There's people boarding ships. There's people getting off of ships. It's a pretty busy environment, at least like once you're on the docks proper.
I mean, I'm assuming that because this is kind of like a busy receiving and going out area for goods as well, as people, maybe, just maybe, we won't be as noticeable here.
Okay.
Because of the nature, right, of like sailing and merchant ships and all of that. You get all types. So it might not be as weird to see our duo here at the docks. But maybe it is. I don't know.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a Kunari.
I was
in
about
Battle
to say,
Royale.
you have a 9
So-
Okay. But it's not like they don't go places.
I mean, that's true, but they typically don't go here. So
Maybe he wanted some foo-foo French food. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so we're in the top.
honestly, regardless, you do still get plenty of eyes on you.
Okay, it's because we look awesome. Sweat.
Yeah.
I should have asked before I left. I didn't ask for a basic description of. I didn't think to mention, like, can I give a basic description of what this Jeanette girl looks like? And so because I don't exactly know what Jeanette looks like, was she in the group the one time that Aiden brought all his little university friends, or no?
I think it's possible you would have seen her. I'd say the only person who like definitively would have seen her from your group would have been Aosia.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go less on looking for her because I don't know what she exactly looks like. However, I am going to look for someone who seems of university age, who is trying to be sneaky, but come on, it's a fucking university kid. Like, some probably gonna look a little bit weird, and also just kind of trying to keep an eye out for someone of Aiden's stature.
Fair enough. Then make me a perception roll.
Okay. All right, gang. This is not my best stat. Okay, here we go. Not awful. Okay, 13.
13. Okay. Sort of looking around, and I'd say you match someone who sort of meets your criteria. There appears to be a sort of like hooded individual who is sort of like acting nonchalant, but then every once in a while does like and then keeps going about their business. And she looks, like she could be about the right age.
Okay. Can I find somewhere to kind of hang out inconspicuously? Are there any stalls in this area at all?
There's sort
like
of
fishmongers and shit.
Yeah, there's like a couple right before you get to right before you get onto the docks proper. But then sort of like further in, it's basically just like all just like ships, cargo, crew, passengers, that sort of thing.
Okay. If I'm by the stalls, do I still have line of sight on her?
Yeah, she'd be a little like far away, but yeah, you'd still be able to see her.
Okay. I just kind of want to be kind of in that area, but try and keep a lookout to see if somebody tries to make contact with her.
Okay. And sort of like as you're watching her, she sort of like walks, she sort of like walks along the docks, and it appears that she boards one of the ships.
What the fuck? Oh, does the ship look like it's gonna be leaving soon, or she just gets on the ship?
It looks like it's getting ready to in the near future, but it's not like, all right, she's on board, let's take up the anchor and get out of here.
Shit, okay. Well, she'll look at her companion and be like, do you think we can get on that ship?
I think you can get on that ship. I think they will not let me anywhere near it.
Okay. If I don't come back in like 20 minutes, can you...
I'll assume you're dead.
Okay, but other than that, can you also send for help?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Okay, Ade she's going to... I didn't think about what she's currently wearing. So that also is conspicuous.
Depending on what she is, yeah. Because currently she's like fully decked out, isn't she?
Yeah. Is there like a little clothing stall that has cloaks? Maybe.
I'd say that's a bit of a stretch.
Probably, yeah. Shit.
I mean, there are, nobles here and there out and about because, there are nobles who come and go from the port. So it's not inherently suspicious for like a noble or a noble servant to be like at the docks or anything. But,
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. She's just gonna go. We're just gonna go.
All right.
Sometimes you just have to go.
Fair enough. So you go, and it appears that the ships are like this particular vessel. At least from what you can gather, like hearing the crew talk, is slated to head to the Free Marches.
And that's where Aiden is from.
Yes, that is where Aiden is from, and Aiden specifically is from Kirkwall.
Okay, I'm getting on this ship.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk on, and people see you walk on, and like the crew specifically are like looking at each other like, were we expecting anyone this fancy looking? And one of the crew it walks up and says, excuse me, miss, my lady, can we help you? I think you might be on the wrong vessel.
No, I don't think that I am on the wrong vessel at all. I'm here to talk to one of... She's going to... Okay. What am I gonna... Okay. I'm here looking for an attendant. Her name is Jeanette. She's set to leave on this vessel in a little while, but I need to pass along some information to her before she goes. Bye. You hear me? My headset got...
You cut out for a second there.
But yeah, she's gonna say, I need to pass along some information for her trip.
Okay. She just got on board a few minutes ago. I think she went down into the hold.
Okay. I'm just like, is it better to just go and do it myself, or should I be like, bring her here? I think it's suspicious no matter how I kind of go about doing it. So I'm just gonna go. Because
Okay.
I also don't want her to like hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I don't want her to run away.
Yeah. Okay. So you go, and also, the one crewmate is seemingly a little relieved that you sort of just like walk off, because he immediately goes back to getting the ship in order to set sail shortly.
Right? Like he's like, no, it's not my problem. I'm not paid enough. This is not the problem. I don't want to get in trouble.
Just like I just man a ship. That's all I do.
Nope.
Right. Oh, but you
Go
head on
down.
down. You head on down into the hold, and it's not pitch black, but there is sort of like scant lighting down in here, and you sort of like hear like a bit of shifting sort of like happening a little further into the hold as your steps sort of like echo on down.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards that sound.
Okay. And sort of like as you head towards the sound, you see the hooded young woman sort of like stand up a little, slightly startled at your approach, and says, "Oh, I was not."
Jeanette?
Yes. Do I know you?
You may know of me, but we haven't ever met, I don't believe. Not really. We have a mutual acquaintance who's been causing a bit of trouble.
And even though like it's fairly low lighting down here, you do see her like slightly roll her eyes a little bit. What about him?
I need to speak with Aiden.
I don't know where he is. At least not right now. Last I saw, he was shopping somewhere. I don't know what he's doing or where he's going. Quite frankly, it's not my problem.
But you're getting on a ship to the Free Marches, where he's from?
Lots of people are from the Free Marches.
But are you?
Yes.
Can I try and read her and see if I believe her?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Make me a perception roll.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's a 12.
12. Okay. She seems to be telling the truth when she says she's from the Free Marches.
And you're going home in the middle of the semester.
It's a last
believe there's any-
minute. It's a last minute trip. I have to go back for a short bit, but I'm going to return as soon as I'm able.
Ade's gonna just kind of stare at her and raise an eyebrow. Well, I guess you can't see her eyebrow.
Yeah. Her expressionless mask.
She's just gonna kind of, cock her head to the side and stare at her. She's just like, you're going home in the middle of the semester on a ship to the Free Marches. All of a sudden.
Yes,
for a short period of time to come right back.
Essentially. If you want to boil it down, yeah.
And Aiden has absolutely nothing to do with it.
She sort of just shrugs.
You know, Aiden is many things that I will say. It is quite... I don't know if it's impressive or maybe sad how strangely loyal people that he doesn't actually care about seem to be to him. I mean, 9 of his, well, I guess I wouldn't say friends because you wouldn't just let 9 of your friends die.
She sort of like looks a bit dour as you bring that up. And
Nor would a friend leave another friend to fight their battle with a trained assassin.
And she sort of like says, not that it's any of your business, but for what it's worth, after all of that, I'm done with him anyway. So you can cut it out with that shit.
And you're not helping him now?
Make a communications roll.
Okay, I can do that. Alright, so it's a +3, and let's see what we get here. Alright, that's a 14 again.
A 14. Okay. And she sort of like hesitates a moment and says, it's the last thing I'm doing for him.
Oh shit, wait. Do I? I do. I forgot. I always forget. Yes, I do have persuasion. I do have a, whatever they're called, not a focus, whatever these are called in communication. What does that do again?
That adds to the total. Hence why I was getting it confused when we were playing Dishonored, because that's how it works here. Whereas in Dishonored, it does not work that way.
What is the plus for? Is it just like a +1 when you have like a specialization?
Yeah, you add a +1, so
okay, then it's a 15.
Yeah, it would be 15. She's slightly less hesitant when she tells you this. And she says, it's one last favor, and then I'm done.
Well, I won't impede you from doing whatever you feel moved to do. But if you're done with him anyways, perhaps you can share information on what it is exactly he's trying to do.
Like I said, I don't know anything about any of that. All I know is that when he called me, he was out shopping, and then he gave me something that I'm supposed to give to somebody else. That's all I know.
Did he say who you have to give something to?
He told me where I should find them, but he didn't say who specifically, no.
I think she's kind of... Okay. She doesn't want to... she doesn't want to badger this girl too bad. But... listen, Jeanette. From someone who is just trying to help pick up the pieces of damage that he's recently caused, because I don't like seeing the people I care about hurt, I'm going to ask you for a favor, and maybe you'll say no, but I'm really, truly hoping that you won't. Once you have completed whatever it is that Aiden wants you to do, if you feel like you're so moved to help me, I would love to know whatever information you kind of figure out after completing this little favor to him. And you're more than welcome to stop by the Montbéliard estate. It's your choice, but I hope you'll consider it.
I guess we'll see how this all shakes out then.
All right. Now, Jeanette said he's buying shit. I'm just gonna say the next place that Ade kind of heads off at the end of the scene is she's gonna head towards the market.
Okay. All right. So, in that case, I'm assuming you drag Izan with you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you and Izan head to the Summer Bazaar, and make me a perception roll. Or a communications roll if you're interrogating people looking for Aiden.
Yeah, let's go that route. Oh, fucking finally. Okay, I got a 16.
16.
Well, 17.
17.
Yeah.
So after much interrogation, you eventually find a few shopkeepers who...
He's about yay tall.
Yes.
He kind of talks like this. He tends to go on and on with false compliments.
And eventually, eventually you sort of like work your way down the line, where someone says, "Yes, he actually just left. If you hurry, you might be able to catch up with him."
On his ass.
I say, Aiden, make me a perception roll.
It would be my pleasure. And of course, I was prepared with everything else but my dice, so.
See, this is why she needs Puccio here to, like, just leap down from a roof and tackle Aiden. I gotta head him off.
Just to find Augustine and just be like, "Hey, I heard you tackled him from a rooftop. Could you maybe do that again if I give you like 5 sovereigns?"
Right.
Just do that. I just need the tackling.
That's a 13.
13. Okay.
Like, I'll do that for free.
Yeah, I would say maybe. I would say 13, easy enough. Ade is walking around with walking around with a tall, buff Kunari.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to spot them
It's not
coming.
difficult at all. He stands about 2 foot above everybody else.
Yes, it is not difficult at all to see them coming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'd like to make a stealth check. Then.
Very well. Make me a dexterity roll.
Yeah, he's going to avoid them. Could I make this... Well, I guess it's the same thing, really, unless you want... My proposal here is perhaps cunning, and maybe adding the focus of cultural lore for the sake that... conning, too.
You're gonna culturally hide from me?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely, because there are certain times and certain places where the market becomes really busy, and, and things like that. So, yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe he knows the best places to escape this situation based on his cultural lore.
I appreciate the hustle, but this will be a dexterity roll.
Okay. Okay, that is another 13.
A 13. Okay, Ade, now you make me a perception roll.
I have to give up my...
Since he is actively trying to hide from
Oh
you
yeah,
now.
he's actively trying to hide, yeah.
I'm about to arcane lance you, but I'm not going to. I don't want to go to the tower.
Just in the crowd of
Just in the
people.
vicinity, yeah.
Arcane Lance!
Oh, I almost got 3 6s. That's
my God.
sick as fuck. So that's a 17.
A 17. Okay.
Yeah, I got 16 5s. Let's go.
All right. You see, you think Aiden must truly be off his game because, you can tell he's trying to hide, but he's just not doing it very well.
I think what happens is that Aiden starts trying to like lose them, and in doing that, she's like, who is acting the most suspicious in this crowd of people? Like, just her gaze like a laser goes to Aiden, and I feel like they lock eyes, and she just starts walking towards him, and there is an aura coming off of her. She is just stalking towards him. She's not running, but she is stalking towards him.
Yeah, Izan is moving at an extremely casual pace and sort of just letting you do your thing.
Because she has a half mask on, you can see her mouth. And while the aura says, I'm really angry with you, she's smiling, Aiden.
Knives in their smiles. That's very Orlesian. So Aiden is obviously seeing the pursuit here. And knowing that she's seen him and that she's tracking a 9-foot Kunari with her, I'm wondering if there's, based on his cultural lore, a place that would be less hospitable to said Kunari if he were to escape there. This is Val Royale after all.
This is Val Royale. So I'd say, I mean, this is Val Royale.
That's really smart, but that's fucked up.
I would say this is Val Royale. So kind of intrinsically, everywhere is bad for him to be.
Yeah.
But...
So all I need to do is find an establishment that would not be partial to Kunari.
Okay.
The church.
Right.
I would say the chantry would certainly not look kindly upon Kunari.
Yeah.
On
so
the
he would
premises.
duck into the nearest chantry, honestly.
Okay, so is this turning into a chase sequence? Is what's happening?
Yes.
Okay,
Does Aiden take off?
He's not going to make it easy on her. No.
I say make me another dexterity roll, Aiden.
Okay. That is a much better roll. This is why we push for it. So that is a 17.
A 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Ade, Aiden, as soon as you start advancing upon him, sprints away.
If we know one thing about Aiden Kincaid, it's that he's good from running away from a situation. He did it once from a crow. He knows how to run.
Okay, you see him running away. What do you do?
Oh no, it's a quick time event. Fuck. A chase now is not a good idea. It is not a good idea. Is there the direction that she sees Aiden running in? This is her city.
Uh-huh.
She's from here.
Yes.
Based on the direction of the road that he's currently taking to run off, is there a way that she could circle to cut him off in that road?
I'll say, now this I would say you can use a cunning roll for.
Cultural lore.
No, not cultural lore. No, not cultural lore, but you can use a cunning roll for it.
I'll have you know. Would natural lore work for it?
I would say no.
Okay. I don't actually remember what natural lore is either, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Let us see. The heart of the cards. And by heart of the cards, I mean the heart of the dice. Okay, so that's 13 plus my 4 to cunning. That's a 17.
17. Okay. You manage to sort of like work your way through a few shortcuts. You've sort of deduced that Aiden is heading towards the Grand Cathedral. And you managed to like work your way through a few shortcuts. Aiden, you got a 17. Ade, you also got a 17.
Do we run into each other?
I was like, Ade, you don't quite you don't quite catch him, but you are reaching the exit of the alley just as Aiden runs past.
She screams. She screams, "Ah, thief!" And she points, and she's like, "Somebody stop that foreigner!"
Make me a communication. Make me a communications roll.
I'm gonna add my fucking persuasion to it. So who can play that goddamn game? Okay, that is a 14 plus 3 and then plus the 1. So that is 18.
Okay. 18. Aiden, you're sprinting. And you hear Ade's voice yell behind you, "Thief, stop that foreigner!" And immediately,
I'm going straight to hell.
I was like, immediately, several guards sort of like look in your direction and start running after you. So I'm going to need you to make me another dexterity roll.
$14.
14. All right, I will roll for these cards. Okay. Okay. They're running. Aiden, at this point, you've been pretty winded. At this point, you've been running for a minute, but you're just keeping up as much as you possibly can. And a guard is like right behind you and manages to ever so slightly touch your shoulder before you shake it off and keep going. And I say, however, now this begs the question: you were heading towards the Grand Cathedral. Do you still head in that direction, or do you change course?
Where are you gonna go, bud?
Now that these guards are chasing after you.
Which direction are the guards coming from?
You sort of like ran past this alley, and sort of like a cluster of 3 of them that were sort of like to the right of you started chasing after you. So technically all of them are currently behind you.
So they're not coming from the cathedral.
They are not coming from the cathedral. They are actively chasing behind you.
As a player, I don't know this, but I assume Aiden would. In this situation, obviously, he's been in Val Royeaux for some time now. He has spread his name across the city in ostentatious fashion. It's like the Cheers song, right? Like everybody knows his name. And so, it's one of those things where he could very obviously convince anyone who knows Aiden that he is not, he's just one of the people. Like he's just one of the people, and so he would continue running to the chantry, and upon reaching it, assuming he reaches it, he would run inside it and out of breath would. So before I go into that, do I need to make another roll to see if he reaches the chantry, or would he be allowed to reach it?
I would say he'd be allowed, if you're just continuing that direction. I'd say you're allowed to sort of just like keep as is. You barely keep ahead of these guards.
Absolutely. So he ducks inside past the chanting sisters and everything, right?
Yes, I would say
they're always
you run in. I would say you run in,
yeah.
And like before you get to the building, like proper, there's a massive courtyard on the exterior, like filled with like lay brothers and lay sisters, and they're all sort of just like mingling and conversing, and there are a few Templars sort of like stationed up on the outskirts. And
absolutely, these are my people. Yeah, these are my people. And so basically he is going to run in and past the lay sisters who are doing their chants and everything like that, as we know they do. They're always reciting the chant. And he runs right to the statue of Andraste, drops to his knees, puts his arms out in a prayer motion, and goes, "Oh, thank God! I very nearly missed my daily prayers to Andraste, and I'm so glad that in every day I can come here for peace of mind." And everything like that, and basically, so I'm going to need a cunning roll here probably, but basically he's going to do his best to convince Mother Superior that he's there and he's an innocent citizen. because Aiden Cade has the gaslight focus.
Okay. I was like, okay, first off, okay. So what happens is you run through the cathedral, through the crowd of brothers and sisters.
Just like falls to his knees,
platoon say style. Run into the grand cathedral where several revered mothers are, and potentially barrel through a couple of them, and get to the statue of Andraste, get on your knees, and as soon as you hit your knees, the guards who were actively right behind you tackle you to the ground.
And he's going to cry out, "Sweet Andraste, hear my prayer." He's going to cry out his most innocent voice, "Sweet Andraste, hear my prayer." And he's just, "I am your humble servant,"
and you hear one of the revered mothers just yell out, "What is the meaning of this?" And she's addressing you and the guards in equal fashion.
"Sweet Mother Superior, I am here for my daily prayers to sweet Andraste, and these men were chasing me for no reason. It's a case of mistaken identity. They have no reason at all.
I'm trying to catch a thief.
I did not steal anything from anybody today, officers, guards, sirs. I was simply on my way to the cathedral here." He's gonna make himself look as pathetic as possible.
Make me a communications roll.
Oh yes, I will do that. Can I apply either etiquette or persuasion in this particular case?
I would say persuasion.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Because technically you're not lying. I
am not lying.
You're telling a half truth, but
technically correct is still correct, right? So that is going to be a 16. Not a bad roll. Aiden's a solid performer.
All right. The revered mother.
Unhand him.
Yes, I say the revered mother speaks up and says, "Get off this man at once."
He's going to just be like, "Thank
you." And one of the guards says, "Ma'am, we were trying to catch a thief." And she says, "My title is Revered Mother. Now get off this man immediately. This is a place of worship." And she sort of like they get off you and sort of like unhand you. And the revered mother sort of like holds her hand out to help you up to your feet.
And he is full of thanks for her, and just is so grateful for her being there, and also says 100 Hail Andrastes and all that stuff. So he's going through the entire motions for everybody in the audience who's booing him right now. so yes. with a wink and a smile to the audience, breaking the fourth wall. So yeah, basically, yeah, he's like. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she helps you up, and then she sort of like ushers the guards away.
Yeah.
And I guess point of order, real quick. Ade, after you saw the guards chase after Aiden, what did you do?
I'm going to ask Izan to kind of hang back, because I am going to head to the chantry as well.
Okay. I'd say by the time you get to the chantry, the 3 guards who were chasing Aiden are leaving the courtyard without him.
Damn! No! She's going to say, "You're leaving him? That man is a criminal."
One of them speaks up and says, "The revered mother sent us away."
She's going to, oh, it's fucking church, bro. And she's just like, well, I'm sure when she hears that she's harboring a murderer who escaped from prison, she'll change her tune. And she's going to snap her fucking fan, and she's going to walk in there. Does she fucking see Aiden?
Okay, so you walk through the courtyard, and then you walk into the Chantry Cathedral proper, and technically this is just like one of like many chantries within the cathedral itself. But it's the first one Aiden stumbled across, and so therefore it is the one that he's in. And you walk in and you see him sort of like at the front of the chantry, near the statue of Andraste, and he is being helped up by a chantry mother, and there are a few other mothers and sisters as sort of just like in the room, sort of just like it seems like whispering about what just happened.
Okay.
We are all in need of redemption in the light of the Maker. Yeah.
Fuck that. Ade is going to confidently continue her way forward. She is going to mind blast. Yeah. She didn't take
mind
that,
blast all the chantry mothers.
Damn, unfortunate. What a way to go out, though. She's gonna head towards where she hears Aiden.
Season finale. Ade is locked up with AOC.
Yeah, simpering and putting on a show, a performance, and she's going to start clapping. Very, very solemnly.
Okay. Aiden, as you're conversing with this chantry mother, you just hear a getting gradually louder as it is echoing throughout the room, and you turn and you see Ade walking down the aisle towards you, the mother, and the statue of Andraste.
She will walk towards them, and she will address the revered mother first, and she will curtsy for her.
Okay. And the revered mother gives you a polite bow.
And Ade will say, "Revered Mother, I apologize for interrupting your time of meditation, reflection, worship. However, I'm trying to bring something to your attention." And she's going to fix Aiden with a look.
He is going to respond with just the most innocent face that he can pull. Like, exactly. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Clearly, Reverend Mother, this woman here is suffering some horrible spiritual possession that she needs help for. So, and I think that perhaps maybe some sisters here could help her. And so he will just. I mean, I'm talking so believable, so innocent. He, face is just angelic and beatific. Just like all he needs is the halo over top.
Okay.
How boldly and easily you speak of such things. One would hazard to say that is not very Andrastian of you.
Oh, no. It's just you sent guards after me with your Canary henchmen, and I, on a charge that was not true. So I can only hope that the Maker and Andraste herself has mercy on your, and can provide some peace and serenity to your mental state. So he's just, he knows who she is, and he knows. I mean, I'm sure it's got to be clear on Ade's face, like the kind of murder that she's feeling for him right now. And so Aiden, if I need to make a perception roll, I will. But like, I feel like it's pretty obvious that.
I was like, well, hold on. Okay, Ade, what do you have to say?
Ade is just speaking very calmly, and as he starts to go off on a diatribe about, "Oh, woe is me, I'm being persecuted, I'm being dashed upon the rocks, I am a martyr, they're trying to silence me," she just kind of smiles apologetically at the Revered Mother and kind of lets him kind of go off, because in a way he's helping her by just the way that he's currently speaking. She's just like, it sounds delusional. And so she's just like, in her mind, she's like, I'm kind of just allowing him to dig a deeper hole for himself. And when he kind of finally pauses in the tirade, she's like, there has been a mistake. This
there
man
certainly has
been expelled from the University of I'm sorry, wait. Hold on. I'm trying to remember it. I don't remember all that I found out last week. She does not know that he was expelled. Yes?
She doesn't definitively know that. She can assume, but she doesn't definitively know that.
Right. She won't say that. She'll say, this man got 9 of his university fellows murdered, attacked a noble from Antiva, kidnapped his daughter, assaulted him, and went to prison and then escaped. Probably a few hours or so ago. So I regret to inform you of this insidious display at hand. However, you deserve to know the truth of what this man has done, and he is currently hiding from the actions that he has recently, within the past 24 hours, taken in trying to avoid justice.
All right. Ade and Aiden both make me communications rolls.
Okay. Please.
As you are both trying to sway the Reverend Mother to your sides.
Okay. Do you want us to each message it to you?
Actually,
no,
I would say actually yes. I would love for you both
Okay.
to message me.
You said communications?
Communications.
Now,
All right.
I assume. May I know the reason for the role here, just to understand the
It's
context?
for both of you. I would say basically, Aiden, you're trying to persuade the Reverend Mother of one thing, and Ade is trying to persuade her of another thing.
So then I can add
so-
persuasion.
Huh? I mean, most of what you're saying is a lie, so I would say probably not.
Okay.
But
that would be deception.
yes,
I really need that focus. I don't know why I didn't put that in there. Biggest oversight ever. So yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. There you go.
I'm also sending
okay.
my proof.
Okay. All right. Okay. The Reverend Mother looks to both of you, and then she sort of like looks to you, Ade, and gives you a slight nod, and looks to you, Aiden, and says, "Get your blasphemous self out of this chantry at once. Get out!
But Reverend Mother, I've been
Get out!
daily donation.
Do not make me call the Templars."
And he would.
Can Ade call for the guards?
I'd say the guards are gone at this point.
They didn't even fucking wait. Okay, cool.
No, they
Okay.
left. They got other lollygagging to do or whatever.
Can she just like ask a person who is not obviously not the revered mother, but just like, I think it would be best if we call the guards back to escort this man from the premises.
Seeing as the revered mother is now having an outburst at this man, one of the sisters says, "I will go get the Templars," and heads off. Aiden,
Going to jail.
I'll say, Aiden, what do you do?
Well, I'm thinking about that. Because I imagine now that this scene has gone on for some time, it has been quite visible. Guards screaming, Kunari, popular places, the bazaar and the cathedral. I'm thinking now that if any other interested parties were watching or paying attention at all to their prized asset, they would be remiss if they didn't step in and go, okay, I don't need to break him out of jail a second time. So, in other words, I'm looking for someone to intervene to say, okay, out this way, we're going to get you out of here, and we'll deal with this later.
I see.
Because
Okay.
otherwise, she's going to have to break him out again, and it's just going to be like,
I see.
just is going to put her out. So, yeah.
She's willing to do that a second time and in front of the other people.
Yes, because she needs him to do the work for her. So.
I say, well, okay. Well, let me roll. Let's see if anything happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Ade, you finished talking with the you finished talking with the sister who heads off to go get the Templars. Aiden, you are standing with the revered mother, seemingly resigned to your fate, hoping for an act from the Maker himself to get you out of this situation.
Yeah, I mean, after all, he's prayed to Andraste for salvation. So.
Yes. And seemingly, maybe she answered you, because next thing you know, there is a massive explosion of smoke in the center of the room, and the room is quickly filling with smoke. Panic ensues. Chantry sisters start running out the various doors.
Do I have a moment to react, or am I unable to react?
I would say you do have a moment to try and react. What would you like to try and do?
Has the smoke obscured us, like, at least partially
Yes.
in this second?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I might.
Yes. You can sort of like make
Aiden,
out.
I'm
You
so
can sort of like.
tempted to use
I was-
magic right now on you.
I was like, you can sort of make out shapes, but you can't like. You're having a hard time specifically telling like specific individuals at the moment, but you are like partially obscured.
You don't want to do this right now. Not in the middle of Holy Central Cathedral. Like, you don't. This would be a bad idea. I don't want to see Ade get locked up.
Okay, I'm going to do something that's going to go against everything she's ever learned. And she is going to, oh God. So she's gonna grab him. Like, she's going to full on grab hold of him.
Okay. In that case,
But she doesn't know what bullshit is going on, but
Yes.
she figures that it has something to do with him.
I'm already
All right.
rolling.
Yes, I was. Thank you,
I'm
Aiden.
already rolling the
yes,
dexterity roll. It's
yes.
it's a 15.
Okay, Ade, also make me a dexterity roll.
I'm gonna be so honest, ma'am. I don't even know what my dexterity is. Okay, actually, it's not terrible. That's actually kind of crazy. I got a 13, so you beat me.
13.
15?
Yep, he got a 15. So, Aiden, through the smoke, you feel someone sort of like grab the back of your shirt, but you quickly manage to sort of like knock the hand away and sort of like move out of the way. This is your moment. This is your moment to do whatever you are going to attempt to do.
Oh, he's getting away. He's disappearing like Houdini. I mean,
All right.
Yeah. He wants to get away from this entire scene.
Okay, I would say with a 15, I'd say you don't need to. I don't think you need to roll again.
No.
You managed
I'm just
to.
gonna shout at you. Have you no shame for your friend, whose heart you broke?
And
No,
Aiden.
no. I'm a narcissist.
Yes, I'll say Aiden vanishes into the smoke. Ada, you shout into the void, and as the smoke slowly dissipates, Aiden is long gone.
It's like he was never even there.
Well, I guess we gotta get wanted posters up all over this city now. That's so crazy.
It's turned into a whole mission.
It really did. I say, meanwhile, while all of that's been happening, meanwhile, while all that's been happening, Buccio, a pigeon, shows up for you at the Montbeliard estate.
Okay. And remind me again what it said.
Ade, please remind us what the pigeon said.
It's been a while.
It said that she was heading towards the docks because she got a lead on their friend.
On their
Okay.
friend. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so super outdated information at this
that's
point.
fine. That's fine. He is going to tell Yosia that he needs to step out for a bit and mention that got a tip on their friend and that he will be back as soon as he can.
Do you need help?
Unless
Bukio?
AOC Yeah.
If you feel like coming along, I could always use help.
How could I leave a friend behind, Bukio?
And any chance Wet Blanket could join us?
Ooh.
Excuse me, Frederick.
DM, can I bring my boyfriend with me?
He's a
What you
Templar,
doing?
right?
Oh boy.
You out? You at work?
You free? You free, babe?
Come through? Question mark.
Yeah.
What emoji?
Let me roll for that real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
unfortunately, he's busy doing a bunch of boring shit, standing guard
paperwork
around the
to do,
tower right
yeah.
now.
He's working a double shift today. He doesn't have time.
All right.
But
All right,
I can
that's-
come. I can come.
Yeah, please. Can use we can use your help.
Manon, I'll have to finish the rollers and braids later, okay?
No worries, you take your time. It's all good.
Thank you. And
And
remember what I said. We do not, put too much on. Your skin is so nice and young right now. You don't even need that much. We're mostly just working on shaping with mascara.
All right. Good to know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll just put a nice cape over her shoulders, flip a braid over her ears. And she's like, let's go, Bukyo. We are going to hit the town.
Would the player doesn't remember the city that well? Would we be going past the cathedral to get to the docks?
Technically, they're like adjacent to each other. You have to go through the Summer Bazaar to get to both of them. And the docks are a little more north, and then the cathedral's a little more east.
Just curious, because if they happen to be going past that way,
Mhm.
and maybe there was a commotion going on that they heard about.
Okay.
Maybe there's an off chance they might run into Ade.
Okay. I would say there's a definite there's a definite commotion.
Okay.
There's like a huge, as you like get to the Summer Bazaar, there's like a huge commotion about people talking about some crazy shit that happened at the Grand Cathedral.
Okay. And he'll try to stop somebody and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
I don't know. Something happened at the Grand Cathedral. There was a man who ran in there with guards chasing him, and then there was an explosion of smoke, and the man was gone after the fact. After the revered mother was threatening to have him removed from the premises.
You think it's Aiden?
Yes, yeah. Like an escape artist, almost.
I suppose, yeah.
I'm just a poor peasant. I don't know that term, so no. Right, for the NPC, go. I'm just a peasant. So why don't we swing by the cathedral?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try and it's not really one of my top 5 vacation spots, or even kind of like visiting spots, but I'll go.
I mean, would I be heading out at this time?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I would say since Aiden's gone, unless you like really wanted to stay, you don't really have a particular reason to keep being there. So I'd say, yeah, you would probably be leaving about this time.
I think the only thing that I would say to the revered mother after that, which I'm sure she's even more scandalized now, is that Ade will simply put a thought in her mind that is, I'm so sorry that this unfortunate event has brought itself before you. I do think that there is a potential that this man could be dangerous to others, and that the guards should be alerted so that they can look for him.
Very well, thank you. I appreciate you preventing me from making a foolish mistake.
It's my absolute honor, revered mother. And she'll curtsy again, and
she'll
her
give you this time she'll give you a deep, respectful bow.
Ooh, let's go.
Drop some coins in the basket. It'll help for later. So.
Yeah.
While you're
Yeah,
waiting.
she'll do that on her way out.
Yeah, make a donation to the church.
Exactly.
But yeah, she'll head out, and as she kind of is like trying to hold on to that look of just like keeping in control, but the further that she gets out, it's like the mask is it's starting to crack a little bit. She's kind of muttering a curse under her breath, calling Aiden all sorts of names right now. She's so annoyed that he got away, that he's so slippery.
Would we happen to see her by now, or
I would say she's about like by the when you're about maybe like 50 feet from the entrance of the courtyard, you see Ade exiting the courtyard as a bunch of other people are sort of like starting to gather around and like try and figure out what happened.
he'll tap Yosia to follow.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna run up to Ade, be like, what are you doing here?
Oh,
I got your
that
note.
startled me.
Oh my god, did
Yes.
somebody try and blow up the chantry?
You will not believe what happened. Well, maybe you will. Oh. Ade's just gonna kind of motion for them to walk with her because she's gonna go find Izan, so he's not just kind of fielding stairs by himself for a long period of time. But I went to speak with Lord Augustine, and we shared some words, and then I moved to try and track down our lost little lamb. I managed. Well, it took me to the docks. Some girl from the university, Jeanette. It seems Aiden has asked one last favor of her, and she's currently boarding a ship to head to the Free Marches to deliver something to someone somewhere. And
Did you
then
take the thing?
did I what?
Did you take the thing?
No, I didn't take the thing. I just asked that she perhaps share some information once she gets back. I care less about the thing and more about information for what he's doing. And I would prefer if he didn't have a heads up to how much I am looking into his movements.
Smart.
Other than that, I then tracked him to the Summer Bazaar. He saw me, tried to hide, failed. Then he ran. I tried to head him off. He got past me. I sent some guards after him. He ran into the chantry, started laying on bullshit for the revered mother, as he does. She almost bought it until I just, told the truth about the fact that he's currently an escaped wanted criminal.
Oh.
And I thought that I had him, but I don't know if it was him or what happened. Someone set off a smoke bomb and he disappeared. He got out of my grasp. I wasn't able to keep hold of him.
A smoke bomb?
That's what it seemed like.
Can we see where that area is? I'd like to investigate. And I'm no magician or mage, but is there a way we could check to see if there was magic involved?
I mean, I can smell and really think really hard and be like, does it make my gonads tingle or something?
Is there a way to
try not
feel
thinking of your gonads
ambient
right now.
traces of magic?
Yeah.
I mean, magic does technically leave a
Because
trace.
technically, that one time we went to the tavern, And Ade had a little oopsie. Aosia did a little magic residue on the door because she was worried that somebody would track that back to Ade.
Yeah, I'm not.
So is there a way to feel ambient magical energy? Or does that only work if you have a Templar? Does it not work if you're a mage?
There's Templars all over the place, aren't there?
There are.
Come on down, fellas.
Magic.
The only Templar I want to talk to is
I was saying-
Frederick.
Right now, there's 3 Templars staring at both.
just saying, if there's Templars there, come on down.
I was saying, there are Templars everywhere. But I would say, since both Ade and Aosia, since you are mages, I would say you sort of like have that sort of innate attunement to various like magic and energies from the Fade and things of that nature. So I'd say if you wanted to try to like sort of like feel for any like ambient magic or anything like that, I'd say you could attempt to do that by making a magic roll.
Okay.
Under the watchful gaze of Templars, of course.
Yes. Well, this is
This is feeling for it. We're not-
I was gonna say this is more just a feeling and less channeling it.
Yeah.
Nothing inherently sus.
So what do we roll for like let me feel the vibe in the air?
Well, yeah, for this specifically, I'd say
14.
make a magic roll.
Oh fuck, I'm good at that.
I got a 14.
14.
Let's see what I get. Ooh, okay, I like that one.
35.
Okay. We balance slight evil. Okay. I have a focus in spirit magic. Is that applicable in this situation?
I'd say not inherently, no.
Dang nabbit.
I
Okay.
have a focus in creation. I was like, that don't do shit.
I had a 15.
15. Okay, so 14 and 15. Sort of like just sort of just like opening yourselves up a little to the energy around you. And sort of just like thinking back on that moment since you were present for it, Ade. You didn't sense anything like inherently magic about the smoke, about what happened, and neither of you are really picking up on any like lingering like magical residue or anything like that. So you can sort of sense that the smoke did not like originate from a magical source.
Yeah. I don't have a feeling that this has anything to do with magic. If anything, it's either his own roguish ways or he had somebody who didn't abandon him after getting 9 people killed.
That's where then Buccio wants to look for some bullshittery.
Okay.
Being a rogue,
could
he find any kind of residue on the ground from to try to find out if it was something Aiden had like pulled something out of his butt to do this, or just did he have help?
Okay. Make me a perception roll.
Okay. And empathy's not going to help. So
Not in this case, no.
11.
11.
So, yeah.
You sort of look around and you do end up finding sort of like a small like a remnant of sort of like a pouch or a bag or something. That is likely like where the smoke originated from.
Okay.
Though in its condition, it's a little difficult to tell if it's something Aiden could have like sprung out on the fly really quickly, or if it potentially like came from elsewhere.
Yeah, because I wasn't there, so. But he's gonna show this, be like, he had help, and he was a thief. Even though he's a thief, it was a thief in this holy place. and show this to the Templars. Do you need any other proof?
And sort of like everyone's like just looking around and starting to like whisper amongst themselves.
I think that's more than enough reason to, and based on the fact that he was chased in here, allegedly, that we ought to search the city for him at this point. He's a dangerous man.
All right. Aiden, after you disappeared, where did you go? You're seemingly now a wanted, an actively wanted man.
And normally that's okay with him. He likes being wanted.
I'm trying to do a job.
Remember, all roads lead to Aiden, right? This is how he spins everything. This is how he manages to live with himself every day. So
yeah, understandable. But since this is a less than ideal situation,
even Aiden Kincaid would say that not all negative attention is good attention. But so basically, he would. I mean, he has a job to do, and then once that job is done, he needs to, I guess, take a sabbatical from Valroyo for a bit. Because his friends are hunting him down and calling him every name in the book in terms of like his crimes. He's a thief. He's a murderer. He's a blasphemer. He's sacrificed children, or whatever. It's one of those things where every single bad thing in the book, and it's just like slandering his good name. And so until he can set the record straight with a very good lawyer, he's not going to be able to show his face in the city. So he's got a mask, and he's got a disguise, and he's got them both from the premier bard in all of Thedas. So I assume that he's going to have quite the advantage to not be, for the very first time, Aiden Kincaid.
I'll say yes, perhaps. Yes. But where does he go initially to clothe himself in this manner?
A safe house, very obviously. Somewhere that nobody is going to recognize him. Somewhere that it is, he knows the catacombs of the city. And so Aiden Kincaid knows all the bolt holes. He knows all the places to hide. He is basically rat in human form. So he's going to take advantage of some kind of cellar or something like that to do a Clark Kent Superman change.
All right, make me a cunning roll to see if you can find a specific area of catacombs that you would least be likely to be found by the general populace.
I've got you. Now, I would like to apply some historical cultural lore to this.
I will certainly allow some historical lore, yeah.
Thank you. So that would be 17.
17, okay. Yeah. And sort of just as you're heading there, also make me a perception roll.
Okay.
And I'd like to ask something once you're done with this.
Yes.
Because Aiden has also... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are my best rolls this game, I think. I don't know,
okay. All right, Buccio, your question?
Aiden has also probably burned a couple bridges.
Most certainly.
In the process. So I'm sure there's some people who would be willing to talk about him. So that would probably be something Buccio would like to start looking into, is going around talking to people saying, hey, have you seen him? Because I'm sure somebody's gonna drop a dime on him.
Oh yeah, that fucking
might take a while, but that would.
You mean maybe people connected to the kids who died because
exactly? Yes, yeah. So that's what kind of Buccio is going to talk to Ade and Ioso about. Like somebody's going to give him up.
All right. Okay. So I guess in
I'm
that...
sorry, Game Master. I didn't mean to
Yes.
like take over the
No,
finale.
I'm loving how this is turning out. Okay, so Buccio, you're attempting to find people who are willing to sort of like, since
Yeah,
he's
basically kind of going and talking to
one man.
contacts. So-
You
Okay.
traitor! You fucking traitor!
May I also ask a question?
Yes, yes.
Do we have a means of reaching out to Marjolaine? I don't believe.
I'd say she would have like left you in like a location, like a drop box of sorts, where you could like leave something, and then she'd receive whatever you have to get it. But there's no place where you can like. At least she hasn't given you anywhere that you can like actively go and find her.
Ari is going to look at both Buccio and AOC and say, I think perhaps okay, here's my thought. If anyone is really, really good at finding somebody, I think it would be our point of contact that brought us all together in the first place. So perhaps we could ask for her assistance in finding Aiden. Here's my other thought. The only person that I could think of who would have sway to break someone out of prison would maybe be her. Because you didn't say it was somebody from his normal group that he hangs around. And you would know them better than I do because you've been to his theater multiple times and seen his group.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
multiple times? Wait.
he slept there once in the first he slept there once in the first season. He went to a show another time, and then there was
so
the
he's
time
been
that
there
we
more
went
than
to-
once.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's that's and you know, and he's like, that's a fair point, Ade. Like, before I start beating the bushes, checking my contacts, that's a fair point. Why don't we start with that first?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to point fingers, but I am kind of the mind that if she doesn't help us find him, that makes me a little suspicious.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to like leave something at the drop location for Marjolaine.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
okay.
A dead mouse. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, wrong game. So.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
A half-eaten churro.
Churros. Yeah. We leave some churros.
Yeah. Be like, oh, these
Everybody
people want
likes
to meet.
churros.
Yeah.
It's
you know,
canon now. It's canon.
get some,
It is canon.
some paper, pen a letter, just saying, would like to meet about recent developments that I believe you might be able to help with. Perhaps we can make a trade.
Okay. So place that in the box. And do any of you, because I know Buccio, you wanted to ask around with some people about potentially them ratting out where Aiden may or may not be.
I think he's gonna hold off on that.
Okay.
He was gonna do it, but Ade kind of convinced him that the Marjolaine action might be a better choice. So yeah, he's not gonna
Okay.
do it.
All right. So I guess like in the meantime, while you're all waiting.
Absolutely grabbed Izan when we went to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So while you're waiting, do any of you do anything else, or are you sort of just like waiting until you hear from Marjolaine?
I think Buccio will go outside the cathedral, just look around the outside, because he has this one feeling: maybe the fucker never left.
Okay.
Maybe he's just hiding here somewhere, waiting to leave.
Okay.
Just it can't hurt.
No,
So
fair. It can't hurt.
Yeah.
It can't hurt.
The player
So-
knows he's long gone, but
Yeah,
Buccio
but
is just-
it's a Buccio. I think it's a logical way of thinking. So I guess you can make me a perception roll. See,
he's not going to go far. But 11, 12, and yeah, I can't use anything else. So 12.
12.
Yeah.
If he is around, you don't know where he would be.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So
Is that for everybody? Anybody else doing anything while you wait?
Yes, yeah, how are you doing? Just want to check in. Uh-oh.
Yosia.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose Faye?
Did she step away for a second?
I thought... Maybe. Okay, never mind. We
Okay.
won't do that.
All right. It's okay. We can do it.
Flat.
It's okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's all good. So, Aiden, you go to ground, and you find
He's
the
a
most.
desperate man. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
he-
You find the most secure,
Yes.
or like the seemingly most secure
He
entrance
pries
to the
it open.
catacombs.
This
you
door
can.
hasn't
Yep.
been opened in some time, and so
Yep.
it's a little bit stuck. It's just like
Exactly.
pulls
Exactly.
it open. There's cobwebs and dust down there. Yeah.
Yep. And it is, there's like some sort of there's like scant light.
Oh yeah.
Um,
A one
uh,
swinging, brassiere.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I thought he said broad. I was like, what is he doing?
Oh,
Very-
that brought you back. Okay.
Yes, there's a very low hanging bra. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hanging in the catacombs.
Yes, a glowing bra.
He
And
keeps,
sort of-
he keeps trophies. He's that kind of creep.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And sort of like as you are sort of like getting situated, sort of like letting your adrenaline sort of like come down and getting ready for what's to come.
Yes, he is feeling multiple things at the moment. Like he
Okay.
is like it's fear and adrenaline, and also like it's not long. I would say it takes a little longer than usual, but only like 30 seconds instead of like 10 or 15, where he is basically like, oh wait, that was kind of awesome. And I'm just like, wow, that's another one for the books. Let's just write it down. Aiden Kincaid's exploits, and things like that. Just mark another achievement on there. And then, of course, he's going to continue on with getting himself prepared, getting into the role, making sure that he looks nothing like himself, with every single piece of disguise acumen that he may have.
All right. And sort of like as you're getting dressed, in the middle of getting dressed, you feel a sharp pain in your back.
See, I knew this was coming. I knew it was coming, and that's fine. He's without even turning around, he's going to be like, "Hello, Marceline."
I was like, you feel a sharp pain in your back, and I need you to make me a Constitution roll.
Oh
No.
fuck. Okay, that's no good. Holy shit. Okay. That's triple sixes.
Triple
That's
sixes.
Triple sixes. No bonus, but that's triple fucking sixes.
Okay.
It's all the adrenaline going through.
Okay. That is. That's unfortunate.
It's the number of the beast is what it is.
It is the number of the beast, and under most other circumstances, that would be more than enough.
Yeah.
But
not. This is Marcus, isn't it?
honestly, you feel a sharp pain in your back, and then all of a sudden you feel your whole body just
Collapse.
seize up, and then it just like collapse to the ground
Yeah.
as you go to 0 hit points.
Okay.
And sort of like you fall, And as you sort of like lie motionless on the ground, you can still like see and speak, but you actively feel your life fading away from you. And sort of like as you're laying there, you just hear this sort of like subtle jingling sound as like into the frame you see a figure wearing a harlequin mask staring down at you.
Do I recognize this figure?
You very much recognize
This
this
is
figure.
Marjolaine?
This is not Marjolaine.
Oh, this is this is somebody else.
Yes. Yes, you recognize this as the or whether it's the same exact one or whether it is just one related. This is one of the members of the House of Repose who were coming after you about a month or so ago.
They always get you in the end, you know. And so what he's going to do is he's going to look up with his last breath, and he is going to say, "You can kill the man, but you can't kill the legend."
And I was say, and as you say that, the person removes their mask, and you see the familiar face of Eel looking down at you, and he just says to you, in your last moments, "We already established that you're no legend." And he puts the mask back on and walks away, and the last thing you hear as your life ebbs from you is the sound of the jingling bells as he walks away.
Am I allowed to react?
Oh, yeah, you can absolutely react.
Holy what just happened? What?
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This session's been a little trippy. I don't know why. Like, I got really sleepy in the middle of it. So, like, I've been really in and out of it. Like, I've been falling asleep. Not to say that like it's been boring, but like legit, my eyes got so heavy. And so I kind of got back to consciousness at a point where I was like, oh, like he's like somewhere. I was like, is he in the same tunnel as us? I was like, are we in a tunnel? I was like, and he's like, oh, he's getting changed. Like he's doing something. There's a man in the mask behind him. Jingle
oh,
bell.
so there's just like, then he died. What? What?
He was like, you dropped to 0 HP. I was like, this is what happens when we mention a crow looking as poison, huh?
So Eel goes from random background character to master assassin.
Wait,
Well played, sir. Well played.
Buccio's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Bukio's homeboy.
Baby girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Now remember, if it's baby girl, it only goes one way because Bukio's straight. But that's like his non-homoerotic baby girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Platonic baby girl.
I would
Exactly.
I would love to have taken credit for this, but
That's
You know, I
But
think
I
it probably
don't know
came
how-
into being after Aiden probably threatened Eel. Like Alexia was kind of like, you know what? I have to make it so this motherfucker like is not just some random dude who's good at what he does.
Anyway, a bit of time passes.
well, we're not
And-
done. I don't know how to come back from
That's-
this.
A bit of time passes, and eventually, Marjolaine finds the three of you.
we don't need her now.
I was like, well, she finds the three of you
Just
regardless.
kidding.
And she says, You wanted to meet? You do not typically request my presence, so it must be of some importance.
Do they know he's dead?
Maybe not.
Like the three of them?
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, maybe we
No.
don't know.
they do not know that.
We asked for
You
more.
run away from us.
So, well, Bucci, I'll say, have you been contacted recently by our friend Aiden?
In the manner of speaking.
Was
In
it
the
you?
manner
I
of
saw, was it
speaking.
you I saw coming out of the?
Everyone
out of
talks
the
all at
jail?
once.
Sorry.
Go,
Well-
Bukio.
Was it you I saw coming out of the jail?
It was.
So you let him go?
In a sense.
No,
He
just,
owed me.
just yes or no, please.
He owed me, and he was
Okay.
of no use to me when he was locked up.
Okay. All right, then he'll shut up and let everybody else.
And what did he owe you?
I arranged it so he could get some one-on-one time with parents of one of his lackeys.
Oh, you helped set up the whole thing.
I helped him make it happen. Everything that happened afterwards is on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So
I mean, surely there was a point where you thought, this is a stupid idea.
yeah, but she benefits. He owes her.
Yes, his success is his own. The only time I care about his success is when it involves me.
But I mean, isn't this counterproductive? He's now a wanted man.
If he's a man of any intelligence, he will adapt, and I will still get what is mine.
Oh my god, she's a debt collector.
I just kind of rubs her temples. Honestly, I don't care about a favor, a debt, any of that between the two of you. All I want to know is, do you know where Aiden is? And if so, please tell us where we can find him. His life is not in danger.
I know where he is supposed to be tonight. Where he went before that, there is still a few hours before he is supposed to be there, so he may still be holed up somewhere. I do not know definitively where, but I do remember hearing that apparently he assailed this man in some catacombs.
Yeah.
That may not be a terrible place to look. It may be a bit obvious that he may go there, but he may try a more secluded place. They are all throughout the city, so
He likes his catacombs. He thinks they're really cool and that they have like a very good sneaky vibe.
especially seeing as he has not exactly mended any bridges with his associates. By the sounds of it, anyway.
I guess the Kool-Aid is no longer sweet. But I guess we could go look for him in the catacombs and see if we find them, and then if we don't, I don't know. I guess we have dinner, guys, and we do some research for Ade.
Do you mind telling us exactly where he was supposed to go once these next few hours pass?
So, provided you do not actively interfere with what he is attempting to do, then I have no reason not to tell you. He is supposed to retrieve a ring for me at Grand Duchess Florian's ball tonight.
Did she steal your wedding ring?
No, it is nothing of that nature.
Oh. Did she steal your favorite ring?
No, the ring is just of innate value and could prove beneficial to me, so I wish to have it.
Oh, you're going antique shopping.
If you want to look at it that way.
Sure.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I don't have any other questions. Do you two?
Do you have any updates on my brother?
I do. He is actively the tribe that he is with is actively making their way to Halamsharal as expected. They have passed by the city at this point. They are not too terribly if far along past the city, but they are making good progress towards Halamsharal.
Okay. Thank you.
And she nods to you.
So I say we find Aiden, we get the bad taste out our mouths, we do our whole thing, and I just say, then we figure it out from there. I mean, I don't even have a plan for the night. Do you guys?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good for checking the catacombs.
Yeah, that sounds good to me as well.
And if not, we can make wanted posters for him tonight and hang them up tomorrow. And we can put a fake reward that we're not actually gonna pay. But,
I know you want him to repent and, the forced character growth and everything. I will say he's not making it very easy.
no, it's kind of funny to watch, honestly. I mean, how much further can you dig past rock bottom? But as I've always said, you can't really underestimate Aiden Kincaid. He goes through great lengths, both good and bad. And so, if he finds himself digging himself into his own grave, sometimes the force of nature does things. It sees a moment to do something. If he lives, then yeah, I would like to see him suffer through character development. I mean, having to change your outlook in life is crazy. Oh my god, you have to restructure yourself from the top up.
I honestly think just an ego death would be good.
No, it's crazy. We can put him in a room, we'll get a candle, we'll sit him in a chair, we'll lock him up to the chair, we'll make the candle spin around him, and then we'll repeat the phrases until he is convinced. And we'll say, you no longer value yourself above others, and that you no longer seek to manipulate people who are your friends, and that you no longer view people as possession. And then, workshop the rest of the things on the list,
I had no idea where she was going with that for a minute.
I think that could maybe work. But then again, you can't underestimate Aiden Kincaid.
No, and so if he starts running too much, maybe we take a finger, threaten his livelihood. You can start with a toe. That's usually what they do in all the crime books. They're kind of like, I'm gonna take your toe, and I'm like, is this a toe fetish? And they're like, no, this is a threat. And I'm like, is this a threat fetish? And they're like, no, it's just me being bad. I'm like, oh, okay. And so we can start with the toe and the finger chopping, and if not, we go straight for the balls. Let them know we're serious.
So you're looking for the catacombs?
Yeah, we're having this discussion while that.
Okay.
Lucio and Ivan just have to listen to it
Okay.
and be like, we're
Can
gonna keep
we
it up.
Okay.
can we speed
Um,
it along though? Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
yeah.
I'd say all of you make me a
Yeah.
perception roll.
Yeah.
Persebi.
As much as this would be the first time we've actually gone into a dungeon sort of thing, let's speed it along here.
11.
11.
12.
Okay, 11, 11, 12.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say it takes a bit of time.
Okay.
You go through a few different entrances to no avail. Like by the time you find the one where you're like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be it, you have like maybe an hour left before Aiden is supposed to be at this ball. And you find in like a very old entryway that looks like it hadn't been opened in some time and has been opened fairly recently.
This might be it.
Shine a light in.
Okay. You shine a light in, and it's a little difficult to see through, but you sort of like just barely at the edge of the lantern light, you see what looks like something pooled on the ground, like just outside the light.
Check
Did
for
someone
traps.
pee?
Can I like crouch a little bit to see if I smell anything? Like, is this like water or is it like some kind of?
Make me another perception roll.
I hope it's not urine.
Please don't be pissed.
A 6.
A 6? Yeah,
Six.
you got no idea. It just smells like dust in these catacombs.
Can I use a handkerchief then to just kind of like dab at it and then try and look?
Yeah, you sort of like
more
you sort of like walk up to it and you sort of like dab a handkerchief in it, and then you like as you pick it up and sort of like turn it back towards the light, your handkerchief is now bright crimson.
Oh,
There's blood, and she's gonna just immediately start kind of trying to follow the trail of liquid on the ground.
Okay.
Try and figure out where
Buccio,
it's coming from.
okay, Buccio, do you head further in with the
Yeah.
light?
Yeah.
Okay. You sort of like as you head on in, you the blood, it looks like it had sort of like started pooling towards the entrance, and you walk a little ways in, and you, with the lantern light, you see it before any of you like kick it or anything. You see Aiden's body laying on the ground. He's flat on his back, and he's sort of just staring vacantly over in the direction of the entryway.
Oh, I'm immediately gonna try and cast a heal after being startled.
Okay. You sort of like
kind of like no. This what?
yeah. After taking a moment, you quickly run over, and you immediately like trying to channel your magic, and you like as soon as you touch him, he is extremely cold to the touch, and you and as you
I
sort
try
of
to do
like
it anyways.
yeah, I was saying as you sort of like try and like channel your healing magic into him, instead of taking purchase, it sort of just dissipates.
Oh my god.
She's gonna put her ear next to his mouth to see if there's any breath coming out. She's just listen.
He is not breathing.
I want to check his pockets. Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to loot the corpse of
Oh.
Aiden Kincaid.
All right, Aiden, tell us what's in your pockets.
All right. I never expected this. All right. So he is going to have one disguise, unless he's wearing it. I don't know if he got it all on or what.
Now, I'd say he was like towards the end of changing.
Okay. So
he's
maybe he has-
probably actively wearing it.
Yeah, maybe they see the mask on him, or maybe he's got it in his hand or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say he wouldn't have put the mask on.
Yeah. In addition, he's got probably a dagger or two stuck somewhere, and he also has the hand cream and scented oils, and I guess some money, maybe some coins and things like
Money,
that. But
yeah, money.
yeah.
No maps, no little black books, anything.
No, I don't think he would have taken any of that stuff. He's probably got it somewhere, but like he probably
We'll never
wouldn't have
find
it.
it, though.
Yeah, like it'll be
Gone
like
forever.
yeah, exactly. But I don't think he would have taken it because he wouldn't have wanted that stuff to be confiscated on him at the party.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies, do we bring him back, or do we just let the legend of Aiden Kincaid fade away?
I can't. I can't bring him back. I don't.
No, I mean, drag his corpse back.
Oh,
Lucio, I understand you and Aiden didn't see eye to eye, but we still knew him. We ate with him. We talked with him. We got pulled into stupid bullshit with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would go as far for myself to say he was a dear friend. But this isn't how this was supposed to happen.
I think he brought it on himself, and I think he deserves to just lay here forgotten. But if you feel he needs to be brought back for a funeral, I'll help you bring him back.
where do we even bring him? I mean, like, does he have family? Who knows Aiden aside from us? Like, who Aiden hasn't kind of like ostracized himself from at this point?
I'm just picturing next season Aiden Jr. or something.
I'm here to follow in my dad's footsteps.
I'm like 3, but I'm
Exactly.
here.
My twin brother, Caden.
Exactly. Aiden, yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll reach down and like somebody. I got
Is
his
he
shoulder
wearing?
seen.
Is he wearing the stuff?
He's dressed in like the outfit he was going to wear to the ball, but the mask he has is sort of like just like adjacent to him, sort of like like as he fell, it sort of like fell like next to his hand.
I would like to take a look at this mask
Okay.
because
Yes.
doesn't
yeah.
it have the crest?
Yeah, you pick up the mask and you immediately recognize it as like a separate branch of the Montbéliard family.
You continue to be an absolutely troublesome man, even in death.
What happened?
Why does he have a mask from a branch of my family?
Whoa.
Cliffhanger.
you.
I would say, and yeah, I think actually that's where we'll stop it.
Yeah, we can't get to the estate. No, that would be another 2 hours.
Yeah.
Guys, the legend.
Yeah.
Believe this was if you told me that this is how this would end tonight, I would have told you were bullshitting.
I
What?
love it because he got what he deserved for being a sneaky, underhanded bastard. And I don't think Diver would have had it any other way.
No. Like I said, I've been planning for him to die for like 4 weeks now. Like, he is going to die.
I'll absolutely like Aiden to be like, excuse me, growth? I think not. And in fact,
I'd rather die.
Yeah.
I'd rather die than change as a person.
I'm going for my own way.
I gotta stay true to the character, and the character would say exactly that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I have to think you have become the greatest villain on this channel. I mean, we've had some bad ones, but Austin Kincaid is probably the most hated character.
Oh my gosh. He's like the Cersei of this campaign.
Yes.
Where it's like, I understand some of the stuff you're doing, but at the same time, why must you do this way? Please think of the children.
Yeah. But thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. This is such a wild ride, and you know that we need a season 3. So.
I mean, obviously we're doing more of this.
Yeah, obviously.
There's no way we're not.
Yeah, you know, Amazon or whoever has already paid for season 3. You know.
Exactly.
To just sponsor us. For season 3.
We will see at some point. Yeah, because we got Vampire coming up next.
Yes. So we'll have to wait until after Vampire.
We got Dishonored running right now.
Yeah, so we got Dishonored going right now.
Yeah.
Episode 2 of that coming Wednesday. And that's gonna be a 4-part mini series. We'll see if anything else comes out of that, but for now, that's all we're doing. We'll see what happens. But session one was cool, and I'm interested to see what everyone gets up to.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
All righty. Well, thank you, everybody.
This
everyone
has been
who
a
watched.
Wonderful ride. Y'all are wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait to play with y'all again.
Please let us know in the comments what you liked. Like the channel, like this video, all that shit. And we will see you at some point again for more Dragon Age. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
See you next time.